no intention on starting anything back up media-wise after I had this little brief podcast called Breakfast with Perkins. People seemed to like it, which is cool. That was great. Why they like it, I don't know. Apparently I have a radio voice. I hate my voice. Apparently I have a fun take on certain controversial topics. I just don't care about repercussions. That's kind of my main thing. So I guess the two of those combined make for a cool dynamic, from what I'm told. So I figured I would bring it back properly this time. Before it was just audio. Now we have audio and video, which is good. So now you can hear me talk about things at length or more in depth. But now, see, here's the thing. People assume that what I post on social media, from what I post on there, that I'm just this Scrooge McDuck just hating everything and everyone, all this stuff. Can't get a wink of sleep because I'm just so frustrated by what's going on in the world and stuff like that. But it's actually the exact opposite. I will post something laughing my ass off knowing it's going to piss people off. That gives me the drive to want to keep posting things. So that's, I guess now you get to see me react to things or voice my opinion on things, but you can see where I'm coming from. You can hear my tone from Minnesota. Now my tonal inflections, my face and all that stuff like that. So I figure I'd bring it back. And here's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to make a list every week of things that irritate me, or things that I feel like need to be talked about, or things I just want to get off my chest. People that know me personally know that I don't have an issue ever having anything to say. So I figure, let's just get into it. Let's see what's what. So first off, let me open my little list here. I do know, hold on. First thing that pisses me off. As we all know, Grand Theft Auto 6 was announced with an official trailer. When was that? A couple weeks ago? Feels like forever ago. 3 weeks ago? Can't remember when it was. And that's amazing. I think everyone is rejoiced. Every gamer is happy about this happening because GTA is a very loved franchise and they know what they're doing. They got it down to a science at this point. The thing that pissed me off, though, was the fact that you got these people, it's not coming out till 2025? What? Why is everyone getting excited? GTA 5 came out in 2013. It shouldn't take them that long to make a game. Shut the fuck. Here's the thing, alright? Yeah, 2013 gives GTA 5. Phenomenal game. It's probably still one of the most played games right now. I don't know factually, but I'm going to assume. 2013 rolled around, gave us GTA 5. Then 2018, I believe, rolled around and gave us Red Dead, which is touted as one of the greatest games of all time, and by some, arguably, the greatest game of all time. That is a gaming masterpiece. And then, obviously, when you have all your resources and stuff put into a masterpiece like that, you're not working on GTA 6. You're putting your resources into Red Dead. And then the online for GTA 5. So then they announced GTA 6 on 2025. What the fuck? Okay, look. First off, everything that Rockstar does, granted it's not much because they take so much time with their stuff, but everything they've done in the last 2 decades has been gold. There's not been a day one patch needed for their single player. GTA Online, when it released, was a fucking shit show. That happens. But there's no day one patch needed for the single player. Everything's sound. It works as it should. And that's amazing. So I don't give a fuck if they take till 2026, because I know when it comes out of the oven, it's ready to eat. You know what I'm saying? You don't dig in and realize that chicken's raw. You got to put it back in the oven for a half hour. Like, what are we doing? But that's just one thing. I don't get that. I want the game now, so you want a half-baked piece of shit is what you want. That's what you're saying. That's what I'm hearing. It doesn't make any sense. Anyway. Also, as everyone knows, Iowa was the first to kick off a school shooting, which is not good, and that sucks. And I couldn't imagine having kids in this day and age knowing that that's a potentiality. I don't even know if that's a word or not. Potentiality of my kid not making it home because some dumb fuck wants to go shoot up a school. I mean, that's ridiculous. 5 were injured. I think it was 1 killed. Very unfortunate. I'm glad the kid offed himself, the guy that did the shooting. I'm glad he's done. Though Jason Momoa said it best in Fast X, never accept death when suffering is owed. That kid should have suffered, because that's ridiculous. Zero, I mean, just a disgusting human being. What's fucked up, though, is the fallback from that. Because if I had a kid, and he grows up to be a school offer, or, unaliver, I gotta be careful with what I say, that comes back on me as a parent. You know what I'm saying? I can't show my face in that town anymore. I gotta get the fuck out of Dodge. If I got siblings, they're gonna be, ridiculed mercilessly. So it's selfish for that kid. I mean, fuck that kid. Fuck that kid. I think everyone's in agreement. Fuck that kid. One thing I don't get, there's nothing that pisses me off though. Oh my god. Thoughts and prayers. I made a post on Facebook about this, thoughts and prayers. And it needs to stop. It needs to stop. Words, I feel like, are empty unless there's action with them. I mean, that's with anything. That's the whole phrase, actions speak louder than words. So I could sit here all day, say thoughts and prayers, thinking of you in your time of loss, this, that, and the other. Here's the thing. I know for a lot of people that is a go-to phrase, thoughts and prayers. I know good and hell well that most of the people that say thoughts and prayers aren't praying and aren't thinking about that person they're thinking of the day after whatever happens. So it's just an empty, it's just a go-to phrase. Just a go-to phrase that, this happened? Here, let me feel relevant really quick. Let me it doesn't make any sense. I don't get it. You want to show support, go bake some ziti. Go donate your time. Hey, I know you're going through some things. Can I offer you, you need a ride anywhere? Do you need me to pick up some dry cleaning? Do you need to, all that hollow word shit? I know for some people love the words of, that's their thing. They like to hear. I don't like to hear things. I like action. I couldn't give a fuck. Your thoughts and prayers and feelings aren't doing anything to help my son being gone. Like that, it doesn't bring him back. Now, one could argue and say, well, neither do the actions. No, but it's showing a person actually they're trying to do something to help. Actions versus words. I don't get it. Hey, different strokes for different folks, right? Let's see. Let's see what else we have on this list here. What's fun I love about this phone? Sometimes I rarely I ever use like a pen or anything like that. Everything's just text and everything. But I love the fact that I'm able to. Okay, I guess I'll just go fuck myself. My little reticle is. There we go. There she goes. But my notes, I write them down because it takes me back to like school. I don't know if you can see that or not, but no, it's not gonna focus. Oh, there it was gonna focus. There it went. It doesn't matter. Anyway, but I like to write it down. Let's see here. So we talked about GTA 6, talked about school shootings, thoughts and prayers. I wrote down. What was this in reference to? Booger Wolf Heifer? Oh, yeah. Oh my god. So yeah, Booger Wolf Heifer. One thing I've noticed, I'm not saying this is true all the time, but one thing I've noticed is, say you have like a good-looking woman. She's a teacher. She has a nice job, a good job, a good respectable job. Teacher, councilwoman, whatever, good job. And let's say she was blessed in the areas that women like to be blessed in. She's got the nice tits, she's got the fat butt, the thin waist. Now, she can't help that. That's just genetics, and she might go work out to enhance that stuff, but I mean, I guess today you can just get the stuff put on you. But for the most part, people are just born with the curves that they have. There was a picture I saw of a teacher. Unfortunately, our teachers didn't look like this in high school, but there was a teacher, good-looking woman, complete smoke show, but she had the big boobs, a nice butt, curvy, and some heifer, some complete and total heifer got on there,
talking about, oh, it's inappropriate for the children. You shouldn't be teaching like that. You shouldn't be this, like, what do you want her to do? You want her to cut the tits and the ass off and go about her day? And she's looking a mess. That don't make any sense. What are we doing? That don't make any sense at all. I don't get it. It's just like the same women that talk about, you know, we own our vaginas and what the ones with the picket signs talking about no dicks or whatever it is. Those are usually the ones that no one wants to bang anyway. You ever notice that? You know the ones. Piercings all over, purple hair. Not the best looking. Usually identify with the left. Usually. Those are the ones at the forefront of a lot of these feminine and feminist movements, but they're usually the worst looking ones. It's interesting. Also, something else I've noticed, not saying this is true all the time, I'm not saying this is law, but one thing I have noticed, Republican women are better looking than Democratic women. Don't know why that is. I couldn't tell you why. I don't know why that is. It's just something I've noticed. Not saying it's true. I know quite a few good looking Democratic women, but I feel like for the most part, though I did watch that Trump town hall tonight, and there were some booger wolves in that bitch too. Man. What are you gonna do? But, you know, just something I've noticed, just observations. I'm not here to ridicule, well, I'm here to ridicule some people, but I'm not, as far as like the looks and just something I've noticed, you know? What are you gonna do? My phone's telling me my S Pen is ejected. Yeah, I'm completely aware, thank you. What else we got here? Let's see. Oh, yes. Another thing that irritates me. I don't even know how long I've been going because it doesn't tell me how long I've been going. So I don't even know how long this is. I guess I'll know when I cut it off. But another thing that irritates me is people who write off love and relationships as a whole. And that, what I mean by that is the people who they get into a relationship and it turns out like shit. Okay, some relationships go haywire. That's completely fine. That happens. Whatever. And then they get into another one. And then they get into another one. And they get into another one. First off, if you have 5 or 6 failed back-to-back relationships, that's a you problem. That's a you. First 1 or 2, okay, who knows? They, you found some shit out that you shouldn't have, and now it's ruined them. Or they've done some shit out they shouldn't have, and whatever it is. That ruins it. But yeah, if you have a bunch of failed relationships under your belt, I would be inclined to say that you are the common denominator in that. It's probably a you issue. Whether it's something you're doing or how you're picking people, that's a you issue. That goes on both sides of the fence. So that's guys and girls. So, but writing off love, let's be honest. Love is a great thing. When you are with someone and they can enhance your life, that's a beautiful thing. It's a very beautiful thing. The hard thing is finding that person. But once you found that person, it's great. And too many times I get on Twitter and Facebook and whatever, and I hear people, oh, fuck love, I'm solo dolo for life, oh, I'm never, fuck these men. And I notice it's usually women more than men, but men do it too. And they just completely write off ever having any engagement with the opposite sex, which to me is just as bad as someone who's in like 10 relationships a year. You've seen those people. They go Facebook official with someone new every 2 to 3 months. You're like, what the fuck are we doing? Ironically, those are the same people that are talking about having shitty relationships. Well, no fucking, you didn't vet anyone. You think you're gonna vet someone in a month and a half, 2 months, and then have something fruitful come of that? You're out of your fucking mind. Knock it off. As Katt Williams would say, knock it off. Well, that's another one though. Woo, Katt Williams, that man set the internet ablaze. And rightfully so. I like Katt. I wouldn't put him in my top 5. He might be in my top 10, top 20 for sure. And I think I've seen all of his stand-ups, but I think 1. And he's a funny dude. He's a funny dude. I prefer Katt when he's off the cuff. I don't know if anyone's seen the Wanda Smith and Katt Williams interview. That kind of off the cuff, hilarious. She brought a knife to a gunfight, and that was, if you haven't seen it, If you haven't seen it, watch it. It's great. But yeah, he said some good stuff, and he talked some shit about people that I'm not particularly fond of. One was Faison Love, which I loved Faison Love until he started talking about Dave Chappelle real slick. This was some years ago. He was talking about Dave Chappelle. It just sounded like some hater shit to me. That's all it sounded like. And then he was talking about, who's a Ricky Smiley, who I was never a fan of. If memory serves me correct, he was the host of Comic View after Bruce, if I remember correctly. And I loved Comic View. Loved Comic View. When Bruce was the host of Comic View, that was the best show ever. I remember staying up late just to watch. You know, my mom would be like, hey, go to bed. I'm like, hey, okay, whatever. And then, you know, watching the TV just dying, like stifling laughter. Because these dudes were hilarious. And then I remember seeing Ricky Smiley on there. I'm pretty sure, I'll have to double check that. I'm pretty sure it was him that was on there. And I don't think he's funny. He's not a funny dude. I don't see any redeeming qualities about him. So for him to sit up there and talk about, you know, all this weird shit about Katt Williams and Friday After Next, and then for Katt to come and cross-examine that and be like, no, this dude's out of his fucking mind. That never happened. I like that. I do like, however, also that Katt stood up for Bernie Mac as well, because Bernie Mac is definitely he's definitely in my top 10. I don't know where he's in for the top 10, but he's definitely love Bernie Mac. I do like that. I like Steve Harvey. I think he's funny. But I've just heard things, like I know him personally. I've just heard things within the community, you know, within Hollywood, that he's just a bit of a cunt sometimes. Can't say that word, can you? Nah, whatever. Yeah, that's. I like, so yeah, obviously now he's on tour right now, I believe, and that thing's gonna. I mean, if it hasn't already sold, I know he'll be here. I don't know when he'll be here. Is it this month? No, not this month. I don't know when he'll be here, but he'll be here. Maybe he was already here. I don't remember. I don't know, guys. Don't hold me to that. But I do know he's coming. I just don't know when. And I kind of wish I got tickets now. I like him a lot. Not enough to want to get tickets to his show. If that makes sense. Yeah. I don't know how long this has gone on for. This is my first one of the reinvention of Breakfast with Perkins. Yeah, by the way, yeah. Show's still Breakfast with Perkins. It's still going to be on... it'll be on YouTube for sure. I have a separate YouTube channel that I made specifically for it. I'll put up a link and all that good stuff. And I got to figure out how to rip audio. I'm also in the process of building a PC. I got this desk and everything, so I had a place to put it. My buddy Andrew's going to be coming out and installing an outlet. So that side of the basement's where like my living room and stuff is over there. And this side is like office and stuff. But this side is kind of the unfinished side of everything. So there's no outlets over here. So I gotta have my buddy come install an outlet so I can actually plug stuff in and stuff like that. So it's all a work in progress. I promise as time goes on, it'll be better. Once I get a PC and I can start editing videos properly instead of off my phone, you'll notice a jump in quality then as well. So, but yeah, this is I guess this is the comeback. This is the return. So if you're watching, thank you. I appreciate it. If not, what the fuck you doing? But if you're not watching, you would never know I'm saying what the fuck you doing anyway. So I guess that's a moot point. But yeah, I'm gonna try to release these at least once a week. I'm shooting for every Monday. For those that don't know, I work at the post office. I have for nearly 3 years now. Jesus, time's gone by quick. And my days off are Tuesday, Wednesday. So it might be Wednesdays, but I would prefer Mondays. But you guys will be in the know. You guys will know. But until next time, I'll talk to you guys later. Have a good one.